Hello, this is John D. Callahan, and this is how to save money on food. First of all, you're eating all the time, obviously. So a small savings is going to add up to a large savings over time. Conversely, if you waste food a little every day, that's going to add up to a lot over, say, a year's period. Now, ways to not waste food, are first, if you buy it, you eat it. Don't waste it. If you buy it, you eat it, with rare exceptions. Now, if you just can't stand the food, or it's making you sick, or if it goes bad, obviously throw it out, waste it. Everyone eventually wastes food. Even I waste food. But in general, and with rare exceptions, if you buy it, you eat it. That's a rule. Another rule, don't overeat, because obviously you're spending more money on food, which you're going to have to try to lose the weight at a later period. And it's probably not going to be one-to-one. How much you save in not eating is probably not going to compensate for how much you wasted in food overeating. Another thing, when you're out, don't stop at a convenience store and spend a lot of money on expensive food that you then waste. Don't do that frequently. So common sense, like things like that, do your math. If you waste $10 a day on food, which isn't that hard, that's going to be $3,650 a year. So those three things: don't waste food. So if you buy it, you eat it. Don't overeat. And don't waste money on expensive foods. Now, as far as economical foods, I have some examples here, and I will show you now. Now, here's some examples of some food. Now, for breakfast, you can typically get a box of cereal for $2, and also use coupons and look for sales, but you can almost always get a box of cereal for $2. And you can probably get 3 meals out of it. So that's approximately 70 cents. Now, what I do as far as milk, and the cereal lasts a year. So that's a box of cereal typically lasts at least a year. So that's obviously going to help you in not wasting it. As far as milk often wastes. So I buy cans of milk like this. This will last at least a year. Open it up, put it in the refrigerator. You probably get at least 10 meals, 5 to 10 meals, just pour a little on your cereal, and then the rest with water. So that's milk. Now, I do the Mediterranean diet, so I put oil in my cereal. You can usually get a bottle of oil like this. It's 48 ounces for $2, and maybe get 10 servings, at least 5 to 10. So again, that's going to be like 20 cents. So you add that up, that's like maybe $1, a little more than $1 for breakfast. Okay, dinner similarly, there are inexpensive food. And by the way, this is very tasty. The oil is quite tasty too, although nobody believes me. I don't have one convert to putting oil in your cereal after many years of doing it. So the next thing is, dinner similarly, you can often get a burrito like this for 30, 40 cents. So you buy 1 or 2 of these, and then usually get this string cheese. That's 36 ounces, 36 pieces. So that's obviously an ounce, and it comes out to about 20 cents for an ounce or a stick of string cheese. So you usually have a couple burritos, 1 or 2 burritos, a couple string cheeses, and then an orange like this is maybe 50 cents to $1. Have a fraction of an orange. You can do the math. It still works out to $1, a little more than $1. Some other examples. As far as oil too, I do 4 fish oils a day, and that's a nominal cost also. If you buy a big bottle like this on sale, it's not very expensive. So same thing. It's just a nominal cost. Now, for dinner, again, you can couple burritos, maybe 1 or 2 burritos, 1 or 2 pieces of string cheese, and some fraction of an orange. And I used to do that for many, many years, and it only cost me maybe, again, $1 or a little more than $1 to eat for dinner. And I used to eat twice a day. So that's a way to keep my weight down. I weigh myself almost every day or every other day, and I keep an optimal weight. If I weigh too much, I eat less. If I'm underweight, I eat more. Try to get exercise for health. Now, other things to add variety, you can have a can of beans like this, typically for $1, a little more than $1. You can have a fraction of the can as part of your dinner. By the way, I have to mention it. These are by far and away the best beans you can get. These Goya black beans, I get the low sodium, fabulous product. Often you'll find it, if you don't find it in the regular section with canned beans, it'll often be in the Hispanic section or Latin section of foods. Now, some other things you can eat for variety. You can buy this ham. This turns out to be about 20 cents for a slice, and it's about $5 approximately. There's approximately 24 slices, so it works out to about 20 cents approximately for a slice of ham. Sausage, similarly, these are about 80 cents per piece. And then a hamburger is only about 70 cents. You can get a hamburger, buns, 10, 20 cents. So you can do the math there also. Say the hamburger's 70 cents, the bun is 20 cents, that's 90 cents. You have a fraction of an orange, another 20 cents. Maybe you want to add in some beans and a piece of ham. You're still going to be under $2. So it typically costs me approximately $1 for breakfast and $1 for dinner. With change, it's rarely more than $3 per day. So if it costs $3 a day, then that works out to approximately $1,000 a year. And if you can scale that up, I'm a full-grown man, you can scale that up, a family of 5, you can easily eat for $5,000 a year or less. If it's $2, you can scale that back by a third, and you're all the way almost, $3,000, approximately a little more than $3,000. So that is how to save money on food.